Pstolka, IB Masters Learning Center at ibmasters.com, and today we're going to look at the 33rd question from Digital SAT Test 1, potato version, and 33 reads, the graph of the equations in a given system of equations intersect at the point xy in the xy plane. What is the possible value of x? So easiest thing to do, just go to Desmos, and when you click in the field, this keypad's going to pop up. You could either use that or you could use your computer keypad. I'll use a Desmos keypad, and you just type in 8 and then x plus y equals negative 11, and I hit enter. Boom, there's my line right there. And then the second line I just plug in is 2x squared equals y plus 341. And then I've got my other I've got my parabola there. Now it's likely that, first off, you don't see the intersection point. So the solution of a system of equations is the intersection point, and it even says intersect. So you go to the intersection point and literally just click on it and you check it out. It's positive 11, negative 99. Your x is positive 11. You look at your answer choice and you're like, crap, it's not there. I'm confused. Keep in mind that a parabola and a line will intersect at either 0, 1, or 2 points. So is it intersecting as another point? You could just grab the graph, slide up, and click in the field, click at the intersection point, negative 15, positive 109. So answer choice A, you know the answer is negative 15. Mark your answer, move on. Now, this is math, not just technology school, so we're going to solve this by hand as well. So what we're going to see for this first equation, now there's two ways to solve a system of linear equations. You could eliminate or substitute, and we're going to substitute, probably be a little bit easier. So for this first equation, I'm going to rewrite it over here. It's 8x plus y equals negative 11. And to get the y alone, I subtract 8x from both sides. This cancels. I get y equals, you cannot combine negative 8x and negative 11. So, but I do have the y isolated, so what do I do with that y? All I do is I plug it into the other equation. So at that point, I've got 2x squared equals negative 8x minus 11 plus 341. And I add the 8x to both sides. Cancel here. I cannot combine those two terms because they are unlike, but I could write them. And then on the other side, if I did negative 11 plus 341, it's same as 341 minus 11, I get 330. And once again, quadratics have to be set equal to 0. So subtract my 330 from both sides. We cancel here. Get 2x squared plus 8x minus 330 equals 0. And now we could factor out a 2. Factoring out a 2. Actually, I'm going to continue this equation up here. I put a 2 there, and inside I get x squared plus 4x minus 165. And chances are you're not going to know like 330 divided by 2 right off the bat. So you just plug it into your Desmos calculator and you get it that way. If I divide both sides by 2, this cancels, and now I've got x squared plus 4x minus 165 equals 0. And in order to finish it, I've got to factor. And you know an x and an x has to go here. You got to multiply to get a negative 165, and add to get a positive 4. So you know your signs are going to be plus minus. And now in order to factor negative 165, it could be a bear to factor this. Really tough to factor it. So what I want to think is the square root of 165, what is it? And you might know that it is in between the square root, that it's in between 13 squared. That's one way to think of it. It's a little bit easier. And 12 squared, 144. And 12 doesn't go in evenly. And then you try the 11, and the 11 goes in evenly. One way to know, a little trick to know that the 11 goes in evenly, 1 plus 5 is 6. So when you add the hundreds columns and the ones columns, and it gives you the tens column, then you know 11 goes in evenly. So I've got an 11 and I've got a 15. And which one's going to be negative? The 11's going to be negative. How do I know? Because I got to add to get a positive 4. So it's going to be plus 15 minus 11. And now I could set these equal to 0 individually. That's equals 0. And then subtract 15 from both sides. X equals negative 15. Add 11 to both sides. And you've got x equals 11. Once again, your answer is A. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble doing systems of equations that involve a quadratic. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything, and check out our 1-minute video on TikTok. Have a great day.